That's right, I have a 35% funded rate with prop firms and I'm absolutely killing it. Now, some of you guys might be thinking to yourself, 35%, that's very low. Others might be thinking 35%, that's very high. It all depends on your point of view. How hard has prop firms been for you, or how easy has prop been for you? For a lot of you, I reckon it's been pretty hard. So in this video, I'm gonna break down how I am getting a 35% funded rate, how you can get that too, and how with that funded rate, I'm absolutely killing it. I've been in the trading game for well over 8 years. I've been trading prop firms for 3 now, and I've been funded a total of $1 million to date. I'm currently holding $300,000 in funding. And with that, I'm still making an average of $5,000 to $10,000 every single month. So join me as I go through my stats, how I'm making so much money with this funded rate, how you can get a funded rate like this, and even if you are not getting a funded rate like this, how you can still make a killing with prop firms. Let's dive in. All right, so let's tuck in. 35% prop firm funded rate, and I'm absolutely killing it. Now, everyone's always moaning about prop firms. They're so difficult. You know, the rules are so tough, this, that, and the other. But a lot of people are missing the point that this is an incredible opportunity for us to make a lot of money. So how do we do that? The truth is, you don't even need that good of a funded rate to do well. And if you don't believe me, I'm going to show you my stats. So as of November last year, I've been tracking everything. And this is because I've been doing a series, which you can also catch on this channel. So make sure you watch that, where I'm basically tracking my progress to getting $5,000 from prop firms every single month. And I'm there, and I'm actually going past that now. So make sure you check that out. So let's have a quick look at these stats, guys. So I want you to focus on these here. So basically what this says is between the 1-step and the 2-step challenges, which are the 2 that I have been taking, I've essentially either passed or failed 11. Between 11 challenges, that's the total that I've actually completed. Now, I'm also currently in about, I think, 3 that are ongoing. So I'm actually sitting on about 14 or 15 started, but we're just going to be looking at the ones that I've either passed or failed, right? So my combined challenges taken are as follows. Started 11, currently running 3, total funded are 4, and total failed are 7. So my current funded rate is sitting at 36%. So it's around 35%. We're going to stick to 35%, right? Now, for some people, you'll be thinking that that is actually quite a high pass rate, and that is, and it's because we have an incredible system that we run here at Blue Edge Financial, but I'm going to be talking about that in a bit. And I'm also actually going to be talking about, with this funded rate and everything I'm talking about, there's actually another way that we still are making even more money. It's a little secret that I'm going to give you at the end. So make sure you stick around for that because it's huge. All right, so funded rate, let's call it 35%. Now, in the last 3 months, to put this into perspective, I've earned $14,500 in profit, right? We're not talking about before the 20%, they've taken the 20%, 80%. No, in profits, I've hit 14.5. Now, I had 1 month last month, which was a much slower month. I think I hit 2,500. I actually did lose one of my funded accounts, and I didn't start as many as I should. It was a slower month. So with that being said, I could have actually been closer to 20 grand. My last month actually was a $6,500 month on its own. So one thing I want you guys to focus in on with my stats in particular is this number right here. So average value for a funded account. That means for every funded account that I get, I'm getting about $7,500 from that, right? I look for about a 2.5% to 3% profit target. I've actually recently been more kind of looking for the 3%. So that means I only need to hit that profit target about 2 to 3 times with each funded account to get these numbers, right? Now, let's just do the maths on this, guys. 10 challenges cost me $450 on average. So about $4,500 that I'm paying for my challenges. Not really. Stick around and I'll tell you why not really. But let's just talk about the maths, right? I'm paying $4,500 to get my challenges. Now, for 3.5 of my funded accounts, I'm making $7,500 back. That means I'm getting $26,250 back from those funded accounts. So for every 10 challenges I'm taking, this is the potential, guys. That is a profit of $21,750 from 10 challenges started, right? Now, value per account started. That means for every account I start, I'm making $2,175. And I know I'm not passing everyone, but if you look at a bigger picture and if you're constantly running 10 accounts over a large period of time, my value for every single account that I start on average is going to be about $2,175. Now, I hear what a lot of people are saying, right? That's a very high pass rate. And yes, it is a fairly high pass rate. Some people might think it's not, but for prop firms, it is. And that's because we have an incredible system. But let's have a look. What if you didn't have as good a pass rate, right? Let's drop that all the way down to 20%. Now, in our community of, thousands and thousands of traders, I don't think we've ever seen our pass rate drop below 20, right? Now, if you were on a 20%, that means for every 10 challenges you're taking, you're getting funded 2 accounts. Now, let's look at the numbers on that, right? 2 funded accounts at $7,500 per funded account, you're making $15,000 profit from those 10 accounts started. So bearing in mind that you are paying $4,500 to take the challenges, you're still making a profit of $10,500. That means value per account started is $1,000.50. That means for every $450 that you are spending on a challenge, you're making back $1,050. You're doubling your money. Just for buying an account, you're doubling your money. It's bonkers, guys. It's, let's just keep going because it gets better. How can it get better? Well, I'm going to show you. Now, let's put this into a bigger picture, guys. Now, a lot of people will start a prop firm account. They'll run it until they get funded, and then they'll hold onto that and just make as much as they can, lose it, and then they start again. But what we say is don't do that. Run it like a business. Once you get one funded, use the profits you make, buy into another one. Start stacking. Start running this like a business. Start stacking your accounts. Try to get to a point that you're running 3 at a time, 4 at a time, 5 at a time, 10 at a time. We have clients in our community that are running 15 accounts upwards. They're on 15 accounts at a time, right? But I'm just saying, imagine you were to start 5 new accounts every single month. Let's have a look at this, guys. You're going to be looking at 60 accounts started every year. Now that's 60 times the 2,175, which is the value per account started. You're looking at an average of about $130,000 per year from just running the system. Now let's have a look at the lower pass rate, right? If you're only getting funded every 2 out of 10, if you can start 5 new challenges every single month, 60 accounts started in a year, your value for one account is $1,050. You're still making $63,000 every year just for starting 5 new challenges, right? And I know a lot of you guys are thinking, but how can you actually get to these funded rate? Now, all you need is the system. You need a system that you can hit these numbers. Now, a lot of people can hit them, but the reason they don't realize that is because they're not giving it enough time. Because with these prop firms, with our own system, we go through losing phases, we go through winning phases. And if you give it enough time and you start looking at the data, I guarantee you, most people that can trade, that are good at trading, that have some kind of background in trading, can hit these numbers quite easily, right? Okay, so remember I told you about that little secret that you can actually be making more. Now, what if I told you, you see this $450 per challenge? What if I told you I was actually not even losing that? I was actually making that back. So that $4,500 over there, I'm not even losing. I am always actually making that back. And you may ask, how are you making that back? Well, I'll tell you how I'm making that back. It's something we call hedging. And basically what that means, for every challenge that I run, I actually run a live personal account with a set amount in it at the same time. And when my challenge is buying, my live account is selling. When my challenge is selling, my live account is buying. And when my challenge loses $500 or the $450 that it costs, my live personal is actually making $500. Now I hear what you guys are saying as well. What happens if you actually pass your challenge? So when I pass my challenge and get funded, I still hedge for that first payout, which will get me to break even. And in most cases, I still make about a $500, sometimes even $1,000 profit. So worst case scenario on my first run, even if I lose the funded account, I will make back all my money. Worst case scenario, I make about $500 profit, and then I turn the hedging bot off and I keep trading. So that means I'm never actually losing money to the challenge fees. So it becomes a system that is kind of just like self-paying. It just pays for itself. Now, there is some people that are doing what is called overhedging, right? Overhedging is something now that has also become quite popular. This is a little bit more risky because you've actually got to put a little bit more money in your own account. But essentially what this means is you can actually make money if you lose your challenge. So the same thing, you're selling if you're buying if you're selling. But not only do you make your challenge money back if you fail, you also will make $400, $500, $600, whatever you choose. The more you want to make, the more you've actually got to put into your hedging account. So it does get a little bit more risky, but people are making money. So basically, let's have a look. This number, 26,225 with this system, with the hedging, actually is closer to 30. It's around 30,000 because you got to remember, I'm actually not losing that to the challenges. I'm now sitting on 26,500 plus the 4,000, which I'm getting back. So you're looking at about 30 grand. Now, can you imagine what that means over here, right? That amount plus the 60 challenges you're taking, every time you're losing any of those 60, you're actually keeping your profit. So it can potentially be even higher. So how can you guys get these results too? Well, all you need is a system that can get you an average of about 20% plus on a funded rate. Now, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, you know, with the prop firms where they are now, they are getting a lot harder. How do we do this? But if you think about it, I think with everything that's happening with the prop firms now, they're forcing us to, you know, kind of reduce our risk. They are forcing us to trade much safer. So if anything, I think this is more attainable now than it's ever been. And if you are a good trader and you're a consistent trader, I think a 20% funded rate is definitely achievable. And you can even go down to like a 10 or 15% with the system and you will still be making profit. Maybe it's not enough to quite quit your job or to make a full-time income from, but it just shows you that you don't need a high funded rate with prop firms. Prop firms is such an incredible system. Now, a lot of people are just running this one prop firm at a time, but if you really want to make it in this game, I think you've got to start stacking. Now, I'm not saying just throw all your money in. I'm saying is as you start making profits with your accounts, just reinvest and slowly grow the number of accounts under, you know, management. The more accounts under management that you can have, the better you can do. Now, the thing is, there's a lot of people here that maybe will not be able to get that funded rate. There's a lot of people here that have just started that, you know, that is not going to be attainable. So what system do you use? Well, that's where we come in, guys. We have that system in place. Now, if you are interested in the system that I'm using to get that 35% funded rate, and along with 1,200 people in our community that have already been funded $100,000 or more and running the system, just go to www.propfarming.com. We've got an amazing demo there that you can see everything. It gives you all the information about our system. And this is just a system that is going to make passing prop firms and getting payouts that much easier for you. And you can start just concentrating on growing the accounts under management. All you got to do is run the system and then you just got to manage it, right? It doesn't get much easier than that, guys. Now, with that being said, guys, if you liked the video, please hit that like button. And if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel, guys, because we're going to be bringing a lot more content around prop firms. We're going to be doing a lot of prop firm reviews. So if you are in the prop firm game, then this is an account you need to be sub to. Go on, hit it right now. Do what I know you want to. Anyway, guys, that's it from me. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.